on a trip this weekend. A really short little weekend trip to Time Out for Women 2022. Wow! Hey guys, by the way, I'm Jess if you're new to my channel. So yeah, we are gonna go to Time Out for Women conference. And if you don't know what that is, because it is kind of an unheard of thing. Anyways, it is a like 2-day women's conference that is specifically for women in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it's not like truly like affiliated with the church, like it's not like the general like women's session like general conferences. I think it's Deseret Book that maybe puts it on, I'm not sure. But anyways, it's really fun. I've been in years past. I went in like 2019 with some friends, and then this year my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law really wanted to go, and our closest spot to go was Reno. And so we are in Northern California, so it's like a 3-hour-ish drive. So it's a little road trip, and then I got my mom to come with us too, and then there's a couple other people coming as well with us, and we're staying in an Airbnb. It'll be really fun. So it's just a quick little like overnight thing. But yeah, I thought I'd take you guys along with me and you can see what it's all about. And maybe if one comes to a city near you, you can totally check it out. They're like finishing their 2022 tour, I think. Like Reno's like one of the last stops. But 2023 comes around and they literally go like all over the US, but to like major cities. So if you're like me, you have to drive a little ways because you're not from a major city. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. And right now I need to leave my house in like 10 minutes and I have a pizza in the oven that is calling my name. So let's go. Perfect. Thank you.
This is your.
This is mine?
You can choose
either
one.
Oh,
Why was that so hard to pull?
yeah, it's not too tight. Oh, you're perfect.
Okay, you look so familiar. I feel like.
Trying to find my mom now for like 20 minutes. Couldn't find her. She never came back to her seat. And I finally found her. She's been in the shopping line buying literally everything. Oh, they're way cool. I like them. They're way pretty. I know.
Let's wait until tomorrow starts. It starts tonight. Let this promise be strong. Knock it at the door of my heart.
We made it to the Airbnb for the night. I'm so tired. I drove the whole way and I wasn't ready for that. Anyways, outfit though, very cute. I just got this shirt. It's from Gonda and I love it. It meets like the perfect length for this. And it's got like this cute little like lettuce hem, I think is what they call it. My jeans, or more, my pants. And my purse. And then I just put on like a bunch of fun like gold and silver. I have like this fun little gold and silver like mixed metal. I think it's called like a herringbone chain. Yeah. Anyways, fall, but prepared for 90-degree weather because it's Reno in October, but fall. we're gonna finish off the night with another OOTD. I wish I had a mirror to show you this. Here, let me put it down a little more. Oh, you don't have to see my broken out face that I just washed. Anyways, this is my nightgown. Very stylish. I talked about this brand a while back on my channel. It's called M&K PJs. Very cute. They have modest, garment-friendly PJs. Love them. And they're not like too thick. Like I can wear this in the summer sometimes, like just like around the house. But during the winter time or when I'm traveling and like there's people and I can't walk around in my underwear, I put this on and it's so cute. I love it. Very fun. And this also makes a great Christmas gift. I literally got one of these for my mother-in-law and my mom a couple years ago, and they have a bunch of different patterns. So anyways, I worked with them a few years ago, but I don't like, it's not like sponsored right now. But anyways, go check out M&K PJs. Very fun. Good morning. It is day 2 of women's conference. It's pretty casual. I have to say, like, there's not like a dress code of like church dress or something. It's like fun to kind of dress up a little bit. So today I have on like this, let me get my jacket off. I have this fun little linen jumpsuit. Very cute. I think this is from Ruli. I've had it for a while. Anyways, it's really comfy. And anyways, then I have all my same little layered jewelry from yesterday. And then it is a little chilly this morning. Ah, now I'm stuck. It is a little cold, so I have this coat. I actually just got this. It's from the same place my brown shirt was from yesterday, which is Company Ganda, G-H-A-N-D-A. Anyways, this is so cute. This is my new coat for fall, and like it's pretty light, which is nice. So you can layer it and being from California where it's not that cold. This is ideal, but I do have like kind of some sandals. So anyways, day 2, very excited. Hopefully I'm not regretting these shoes by the end of the day.
Did you guys have a great time last night?
With us, helping us through cancer treatments. I have a really good friend right now who is facing, I'm gonna say it wrong, pancreatic, that's how you say it, right? Pancreatic, yeah, he's going through this really tough battle with this cancer.
Very happy about my coat. It is freezing in here today, but very excited about the free lollipops.
Waiting on the Lord, or is He waiting on me? Am I waiting for some evidence? I'm ready to receive all the blessings that He promised to His children who believe.
It took us literally 5 ever to decide what we were gonna eat. It kind of sucked. There was like a food truck at the conference center, but it was like Latin food and I was down, but no one else really was. So I got ousted and we are getting pizza. I'm on pizza instead, which will be good, but hopefully we have enough time to get back.
And principle of gathering light is restoration. Light and truth heal us. So in Joseph's story, scriptures, do all the things, those are the pray, but I'm like, what that look like in your house, okay?
The people, I don't have, I don't want to go into the detail, but I don't really have that family. I don't have the parents and the sibling, you know, I just don't have that. And so I go for people because that, like, I love that connection and that love and that unity. And all of that unity and that connection, that is what brings me to Christ. Because I know that they are there to love me and lift me and hold me and help me along the way, you know, and that really just is this kind of puts me up with Christ. So that's my answer.
been a minute. So this vlog was actually filmed in 2022 and it is currently February 2024 and I am actually in South Africa, of all places, and I finally found the time to finish this vlog. I've had it edited for literally months, and I knew I needed to finish like an outro for it and just like sum up all the things that I learned from this conference that was literally like 15 months ago at this point, but the principles of it stuck with me and I still want to share them with you guys. So I also have not uploaded actually on this channel in a very long time. I've had a lot of like spurts of motivation of like, I would love to come back and like make more videos, but it's kind of hard. I feel very like tapped out of the sister missionary genre. Missions have changed so much in the last few years. I am kind of just like phased out of social media. I used to work in social media even as like a manager for business accounts and stuff, and I hardly do it for myself anymore. I just do it more as like an online scrapbook for myself and my friends, and so I haven't had much motivation to like post on YouTube or film things or create like a ton of content, and like I'm sorry about that, but there's so many other wonderful creators out there that you get to go spend time with. So well, I figure my own stuff out. I've also been going through a lot of just like spiritual trials and things that have just really weighed down on my mind over the last like year and a half. Anyways, that's besides the point. Let me tell you about some things that will make your heart happy that I learned from this conference. So the theme of this conference was the light of Christ, just being a light to the world. Another thing was, another quote that I really liked from this was how we lived with our Heavenly Father before and we soaked up his light. I think light is such a beautiful concept, especially when it comes to scriptures. There's a lot of scriptures that talk about light. You know, we hear about the light of Christ and everything and how every person has the light of Christ. And I just love like the idea of us in the pre-mortal life soaking up the light from Christ in order to fill our own cups before we came down to this earth, and where we get so depleted and we have to really work in order to fill up our cups with actual light. And that is what I'm just trying to do every day is just find things that fill up my cup, because it's so easy to just feel drained. Another thing that I really liked was how a lot of times in the talks they gave, they use the word connect instead of help. We hear all the time like, oh, we need to help other people, we need to help our neighbors, we need to help people in the world, we need to help the poor. I really like the word connect. I think that's so much more important. I think there's a lot of ways you can help people, like with your money and your time, but another genuine way you can help people is actually to connect with them. And I've been trying so hard to do this with friends and family, and genuinely connecting with people and listening to them and checking in on them when, you know, they randomly pop into my head. So I would encourage you to connect with people instead of help people. Now, a couple funny stories. I really liked this conference as well. It's not directly sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I believe it's put on by Deseret Book. So they are able to, it's not like such a formal setting like general conferences. Time Out for Women is really beautiful. I didn't get to go in 2023. Hopefully this year in 2024, I'll pay more attention to when the dates are and get some tickets and go with my friends and family again. A couple of the funny stories though that they were able to talk about, which would definitely not be appropriate in a general conference setting. I can't remember who gave this, but one of them talked about a story of a lady who she would come to church every day. So there's the lady that's telling the story, and she saw this other woman coming to church, and she would often be in very short, tight, revealing clothing, and a lot of the other members kind of looked down on her, or, you know, there was that kind of stuff going on. And one day she caught up and talked about how important the Lord was to her and how she was trying to fix her life, and how she would literally come from working the pole to the pew every Saturday night to Sunday morning, and just how she was trying to fix her life. And I feel like in the last year and a half of my own personal trials, I've understood more and more of how everybody's just trying their best. And like, some days we're all just coming from like the pole to the pew and we're messing up and we're doing dumb things and that we know aren't right, but we're trying and we're back there every Sunday. And so I thought that was really beautiful, even in its kind of, you know, harshness that the quote conveys. Another thing I thought was really interesting was actually kind of making your prayers more casual. Another speaker talked about this and the these and thous relationship that we often put between Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, and ourselves, especially like during our prayers. I think when like as a missionary teaching people to pray, you know, I remember reading like Preach My Gospel and stuff. It was like, you know, we refer to Heavenly Father Jesus Christ with thee and thou, and I think that's really great and very respectful. But this talk that this lady gave actually discussed how like that kind of puts up a barrier between us of having a really personal relationship with our Heavenly Father. And like I've been trying to think of my Heavenly Father more like how I think of my earthly father, and like just thinking about that like already makes me like start crying. Also guys, I got LASIK like 2 years ago, and ever since then whenever I start to cry a little bit, I cry a lot, so it just like doesn't stop. But anyways, so I've been working in my prayers to not necessarily use these and nows, but talk to Heavenly Father more like I would my dad, and like my earthly dad, and in a much more kind of casual, free-flowing conversation. And that's been helping me to feel like more connected and make it not feel like, I don't know, such a formal relationship, if that makes sense. Then another story was actually given by Elaine Dalton, and I just wrote here in my notes. By the way, guys, I've had these notes in my phone for literally 15 months now since this conference. So, but I still remember these things. That's how important and impactful they were to me. Elaine Dalton talked about a family. I kind of think she was in the Philippines, and she was on an island in the Philippines. And she was asked to go visit a family of a specific ward there. This family was members of the church, fairly recent. And she went to go visit them, and they lived way on the outside of town, kind of in like the jungle tree areas on this island. And when she got there, they like didn't have a house. They like lived under a tree, and they had a bunch of kids, and like they had made like makeshift kitchens and like beds and stuff like that outside. She asked the family like, how are you doing this? Like, how are you happy? And the family told her how they sold everything in order to go to the temple. The story is kind of intense, and like it makes me feel a certain way. It's just a very raw story in the sense of like, I don't think everybody should go selling like all of their belongings to live under a tree. Like, it's a very extreme story that I don't think fits everybody's life, obviously, but it's a very powerful story that we can learn from other people as far as the meaning behind it, which how important Heavenly Father and following gospel principles and embracing our eternal family can be, and selling all of those earthly possessions for the things that really matter is what I thought was very beautiful. And it's something I work on all the time. And when I have the opportunity to travel to fun places like this, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that my husband and I have been traveling a lot the last few years. It's been so fun, but it also reminds me all the time of what's actually important when we're gone for 3 to 4 months at a time traveling, and I just have, you know, a suitcase or two of things that are actually important. It reminds me of like, okay, I don't need that much to survive. I have a house full of pretty things, but that's not what's actually important. Anyways, that just kind of reminded me of that story. Those were all my thoughts from this wonderful conference. I highly encourage you guys to go to Time Out for Women. It's really beautiful. It's very fun. Like I said, it's not as like formal and stuffy sometimes as General Conference can be. I mean that in the nicest way possible. I love the General Authorities, love General Conference. It really is like a nostalgic, like heartwarming event for me those couple times a year. But Time Out for Women is also really fun too, especially the fact that it's so many women in a room, and it's just really powerful and very inspiring and motivating. So anyways, it was great talking to you guys again. Like I said, you can follow me on Instagram and keep more up with me on like the day-to-day side of things, and you can see some of South Africa and the things I'm posting while I'm here. I love you guys, and I miss you, and hopefully I can't promise that I'll be making any more videos soon, but this is something that I wanted to put up. So yeah, bye.